Hi friends, welcome back to Alaskan Homemaker. I'm Mary. Today we're going to be making hamburger buns. We're making the fast kind, not the sourdough kind. Sometimes you just need a fast recipe. So let's get to it. We need yeast, and if you have a jar like this, when it calls for 1 packet of yeast, I always use 1 tablespoon. So we're going to get 1 tablespoon of yeast, and we need 3 tablespoons of sugar. Okay, and we need 1 cup of warm water. So I've got 1 cup of warm water. And you just want it to be like, I just make it like baby bath water, I guess. Okay, we'll get that in there. We'll give this a stir. Okay, we need 1 1/4 teaspoons of salt, and I'm using red mineral salt. We're going to use 1 egg. And we've got 3 tablespoons of melted butter here. I'm going to stir that in. Okay, we need 3 1/2 cups of flour, and I've got my big bucket of flour in my food grade bucket. 2, 3 1/2 of a cup. So 3 1/2 cups of all-purpose flour altogether. And I made a little mess here. Okay, now we'll get this stirred up. These hamburger buns always turn out really well for me. They're super easy to make. I'm gonna get this bowl ready because I like it to go into a clean bowl so all those crusty bits aren't on there. So I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil in this one for it to rise in. And set that aside for a second. And now that we've got all those bits as much stirred in as we can, now we're going to use our hand and get it kneaded well. Okay, now I'm going to take a couple minutes and knead this really well until it's a nice dough. Okay, that's feeling really nice. So we're going to put this in the bowl, and I've got that oil. So we're going to spread it around like this and then flip it over, so that the whole dough on the outside of the dough ball is going to be oiled so it doesn't get hard and crusty. And we're going to cover this with a silicone lid. And then we're going to let it sit for an hour. So I'll see you in an hour. Our dough is ready to be divided into 8 pieces. This recipe makes 8 buns. So we'll pull our dough out. And we'll cut it into 8 pieces, and I'm just going to eyeball it. We're going to take each ball, and then we're going to go like this and bring everything to the bottom of the roll so that it's smooth on top and then pinched on the bottom. And then we're going to go like this with our hand to make a nice round ball. And then we're going to put it on our baking sheet. I like to do 3, 2, and then 3. And then you take the palm of your hand and squish it down a bit so it's in the shape of a bun. I'm putting the pinch side down on the counter and rolling it, and the smooth side is up. Some plastic wrap here. I'm going to spray it with cooking spray so it doesn't stick to the buns. Okay, there's our first piece, so I'm going to put that on first. And I want it to be kind of loose, like not tight on here, so these have room to expand, so you can just pinch it up a little bit. That way they have room to grow. Okay, we're going to spray this one. There we go. And we'll just let these rest for an hour, and I'll see you in an hour. Hi, I've got our oven heat preheated to 375, and we're going to take the plastic wrap off of these buns. And I'm going to put I've got 1 egg here. We're going to do an egg wash. And I'm going to pour about a tablespoon of milk in here. That looks good. And then we're going to give this a mix. Okay, and that looks good. Now we're going to put an egg wash on our buns, and we're going to get all the sides in the top. This will help our buns brown up nicely, and we're also going to sprinkle some sesame seeds on top of these buns. Okay, we're going to sprinkle some sesame seeds on. I've got toasted sesame seeds. So I'm just going to pour a little bit in my hand and then just give each one a little sprinkle. These hamburger buns are so delicious and soft, and they always do well for me. They always turn out. So I hope you guys give this recipe a try. There we go. Okay, we've got our sesame seeds on there. And now we're going to get these in the oven for 15 minutes. I'll bring it back when they're all done. The timer just went off for our hamburger buns. They've been in the oven for 15 minutes. So we'll pull those out. Here's our delicious hamburger buns. You can use them for hamburgers or for sloppy joes or anything you need a hamburger bun for. So we'll get those on a cooling rack. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and a subscribe. Thank you for spending time with me. I hope you have a blessed day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!